listen carefully. Chinese are ruling the Chinese land. Japan is ruled by Japanese. England is governed by Englishmen. America is governed by Americans. So Africa must be ruled by Africans. I wanna know the land. We must rule from Cape to Cairo. We must rule our purpose land. I say, we want to know who owns the land. I want to know who owns the land. Aslan, hey, Papa Aslan, Papa Aslan, Papa Aslan, you must be free. Angola want to know who owns the land. Mozambique want to know who owns the land. Namibia want to know who owns the land. I say, Somalia want to know who owns the land. Zimbabwe want to know who owns the land. African freedom fighters want to know who owns the land. Papa Slam. Alright. Now listen to the history. We've been here since creation. We've been here since creation. What else do you know? Since the time of sun and sand. Since the time of moon and stars. Since the time of air and sea. Since the time of men and things. We must run from Cape to Cairo. I said, we must move our purpose land. Purpose land. Oh! Okay now I want to talk to my people. Iradanila, oh, Ewolo. Yeah, Iradanila, oh, Ewolo. Now we are the crossroads. On the Femo, Dogvilla. Billy Solo, Danita. On the Femo, Dogvilla. Opalimu Maya Gera Baba. Yeah, Opalimu Jasu Yaraka. Yeah, Opalimu Zizanya Vetonye.
with the Latimer principles.
My Lord, Cameroon has the hallmarks of the region and world sleepwalking into another humanitarian disaster, even beyond that that we are witnessing today. My past visits to Cameroon, my lords, have been to assess the appropriateness of a key agricultural investment in the French-speaking north. I begin with my conclusion and a possible way forward, but not before commending Lord Boateng for securing a debate on this rapidly deteriorating situation and his powerful intervention. It is terrible and so sad that these wounds have resurfaced. But I fear it was always going to be thus, with the exclusion of the English-speaking minority in the affairs of state. The only practical solution, from distance, is a political settlement with either a United Nations or African Union peacekeeping contingent being placed on the ground to enable an immediate cessation of violence, ensuring a humanitarian protective intervention, and a cooling-off period to create the conditions to allow an equitable settlement to be hammered out. Building on lessons learnt, autonomy but not separation in a close-knit federation is the formula for lasting peace and should be embraced as a solution. I have not tracked the papers that explained why this was not contained in the 1961 plebiscite when divesting from southern Cameroon. The Minister could usefully shed light into the thinking of the day and as to why not. Is the government satisfied that sufficient regard was paid to sensitivities, responsibilities and their consequences by our forebears? The Minister may wish to comment on the background of the 6th of November 2018 ruling in favour of the Foreign and Commonwealth Office regarding the legality of the original plebiscite. November the 6th this year, my lords. I do wonder if the right question was before the court. I will refer to the Cairo Declaration and the subsequent Constitutive Act of the African Union. What was always and still is envisaged as an acceptable solution to the English language-speaking people of Cameroon was a choice of a federation made up of two states with equal status. My lords, I'm not critical of London in isolation. The Quai d'Orsay possibly pressed what it considered to be an advantage by not containing this key option in restricting the alternatives to a choice between Nigeria or French Cameroon. Importantly, the 1964 Cairo Declaration on African Borders, reaffirmed in Article 4B of the Constitutive Act of the African Union, however, and signed off by the President of Cameroon, makes clear that demarcation of the territory of each African state is recognized as being such on the date of its independence. Does the United Kingdom government accept this to be the case? Or not? Has there been subsequent declarations that nullify these issues on borders? If not, it would follow that French Cameroon and Ambazonia are both able to assert territorial integrity. At no time before or after its independence from France was the southern Cameroons part of that country known by its French name and style as La République du Cameroon. A solution would be a close-knit federation made up of two entities and thus ensuring no parting of the ways. The question of the legitimacy of territorial integrity superseding that of self-determination would not be relevant in this instance. An international boundary separating French Cameroon from the southern Cameroons existed, affirmed in the Anglo-French Boundary Treaty of 1916 and confirmed in 1931. And if that be the case, would it not follow that the territory of the southern Cameroonians be recognized sitting alongside that?
Hello, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Hello, Mama Mi, Mama Papa, them, comrades and fellow freedom fighters across the world, and those that are watching us from, especially those that watch us from ground zero. Hello, all now. Hello, all those that are watching for Facebook. As soon join us on this Amba Focus as we come with you again this Friday. Please share as you join. Share on Facebook. If you're watching, share the link in your WhatsApp forum, so that all our comrades and fellow freedom fighters across the world will join us and will, discuss on our various subjects and topic of discussion today. And today we are opening the phone line. We want to hear your opinion, your views, and your current state of mind in regards to the revolution. So we hope you enjoy the show. We hope you will also call in and participate in this show. So before I introduce my fellow comrades who are on the show with me today, I would like to talk some more things. A lot of talk they don't go up and down about unity and collaboration. Everybody, when small incident happen for ground zero, it affects our own people them. Everybody excuse the camera, say, oh, we need to collaborate, we must unite, we must collaborate. Me the person, call the person. I mean, for how long? Now 3 years for the fight. If anybody don't know the priority for the revolution by now, they supposed to don't know, because this is my viewpoint. Without a lack of unity or a disunity, In our hold anybody for arm the boys. In our stop anybody for fund the revolution. In our stop anybody for organize and fight La Republic. Nobody now stop anyone. Some people they don't take it upon themselves for the attack, the leadership of the interim government, rather than for the do what they supposed for the do. They're supposed to be a support system to this revolution, to the political leadership, but they don't instead become so distracted and destructive where they instead make excuses because as far as I'm concerned, anybody where he decides to say now the collaboration on our unity will need them before we will get we will succeed or make progress for the revolution. I just think that excuse for their incompetence, that excuse for no contribute, that only they look for reason for their lack of ideas for the way forward. So if person go there, you know nothing what we're supposed to do going forward. If you don't get any idea, you know one contribute, she don't quiet. No because distracts people, they disturb people with collaboration and unity because the problem in this revolution, our current priority, when it comes to diplomacy, we've already have diplomatic strides made by the interim government heading the active to the Swiss negotiation, which is endorsed by America, Canada, European Union, even the African Union, and all the powers that be, they don't endorse them. That means that they don't before they want endorse this Swiss initiative. They know say will not be united, but they endorse that anyway. Means say this lack of collaboration or no unity is not any reason for we for she don't now for not do things we're supposed to do. The query about unity and collaboration. Because I don't see how that one don't stop anybody, people that don't contribute money for buy the necessary arms to arm the guys. Because now, as far as international recognition is concerned, we already have that. We already have that part. Now, what's it matter? Even if now the Security Council United Nations Security Council votes on our independence, it not gonna mean anything if we not get territorial control. So now our focus should be on territorial control. Like last time I talked, so we get for territorial control in all aspects, socially, economically, and politically, and land-wise. So why we are focusing on ensuring that we have territorial control, what do we need to do? We need well-armed guys for the fight. And we need to equip them so much so that when they take over a land, they can hold it from the enemy. So I don't see how anybody or no unity is affecting the execution of these aspects of the revolution. So many people they start with the use excuses up and down the place for their incompetence, lack of ideas, and as well they no one contribute for the make a say collaboration at this. I mean, in fighting ourselves, not a news today. People need fight for family. That is normal thing. But so long as we understand the threat, I was supposed to address it accordingly. So I would like to introduce my fellow panelists now while we continue with this show. And today I have Uncle B. Uncle B, welcome to Amba Focus.
Yeah, I'm sure you can hear me, right?
Yes, I can hear you now.
Good. I'm glad I'm here. Greetings to our viewers and greeting to everybody. We're glad you guys today. We appreciate you coming. And we're here to talk peace. We're here to talk reason. We're not here to fight anybody. And if somebody thinks that he can fight, we're here to fight. We're here to educate and let our people know exactly what is happening. And that said, I'm glad to be with you guys today. My co-panelists, I'm glad you guys are here with me, and I appreciate meeting great people like you. Thank you so much, Lady K. I will talk too much today as we go on. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Comrade Larry, welcome to Amba Focus again.
Yeah, Lady K, thank you for inviting me here today. I'm privileged to be on this forum today. As Uncle B talk, we are here to sensitize, mobilize, and organize our people to work as one. As we go forward, I'm going to add something to a message, to your message of introduction of the to this program, because it has a lot of concern to our people on ground zero. At one point, our people have to know the diaspora that they talk about. Thank you.
Thank you, Comrade Thomas. Once again, welcome with your wisdom to the show.
Yeah, good evening, Lady K. And even for the Americans of KB and my friend Darcy Lawrence. Long time see. And good evening to those of Ground Zero. I don't know if you're going to talk about the one the other day for Europe, the Confucianist. But I feel say after this program today, those who they be with their confusion, they will try to put them down, find a way for move forward with this struggle for Boya. Because this time around, we don't need any confusion. Which we will focus on now and we'll see how we get rid of La Republic with the amount of killings where La Republic kill where people. Anybody where it is see that killing, you know they touch you. But if you say it go to cause the confusion why they kill where people, then that person is even worse past La Republic where they kill people.
Thank you. Comrade, I'll come for you first, sharp. You say you get something for art for my introduction. If you just quickly go on, since we'll get a few things that we'll talk before we get into our real subject of discussion for today. So if you just go ahead.
Yeah, Lady K, thank you so much. This message where I want to this time, it go particularly to our people on ground zero, our civilians, our mothers, our brothers, our sisters, our parents in general, and our restoration forces on ground zero. This message Dana for una. I want to get a picture for the people where una they complain about them in the diaspora. Picture number one. I want to see me the ground zero, both the restoration fighters and our civilian groups. They should understand, say, the ground zero, the diaspora is made out of where people are in three groups. You get group where you get family members inside government for La République du Cameroon, and you get politicians the way they inside government for La République du Cameroon, where the way they be either they're picking the day for diaspora, the brothers or sisters the day for diaspora. Take for instance a parliamentarian in Cameroon who is an Ambazonian. He get family member for diaspora. A senator, he get family member for diaspora. A minister get family member for diaspora, and they get friends in the diaspora. These people are equally here to protect their benefit where they get up where this representative of Cameroon they get up through them. Some of them were sent to the diaspora by these members who are benefiting from La République du Cameroon. So they are here not working for our revolution. They are working to protect their family members that are represented in La République du Cameroon. Now, one group of people they there for diaspora. So this group,
okay, summarize
this group is the work for protect their family members, so they cause disturbance in the diaspora. The second group, now the group where it benefits from the revolution back since we talk say in the 90s or 95. This group has been benefiting from this revolution, and they don't want to stop their business. And those who were not member of this business club are the people that are highly targeted. So if somebody there for diaspora, he call himself a leader or an activist, please, our people on ground zero, check their background. Check their background related to their members in La République, and check their background in related to business that they have been doing here. Thank you so much. There are very good people in the diaspora who are feeling your pains on ground zero, who are with you spiritually, who are contributing financially. But there are some bad ones who are representing the government of La République du Cameroon. Thank you so much.
Thanks. That's some nice little breakdown for
Lady,
you know,
Lady,
they,
please.
yeah, if you can.
Yeah. One add for two-way conversation talk here. At one time, sometime we like human being, we ever forget. Oh, they make audio, we don't cry. Say make ground zero. No, say they don't try for over here. Try. They don't stay. They don't come for them. I want them to see. Till we mad do. No matter we mad talk. Go for this word. No man word na what we do. You have a noise where they come off your mouth. I put it out on they do one. But my way they do and they show action saying that really happen. Otherwise, for this to really happen for ground zero, for we're fighters. When I look and say, but now who they can't preach on a what? And who they can't tell them on a do what now for them when I go do now who they do witty. When I that kind of when I want to say that person that we rely on. But we see I can't say go kill the man. Go do this for them man. I must say I must say a witty. For a personal reason, you see me, I go kill it, say witty. Until we are able to access question for ourselves. For ground zero, we are fighters. We don't tell them I say they fight now when I get them. And they don't read. Apple don't flood the worker for this zone. Now when I day. So when they play or when I say, they tell my brother they talk for yes, more than for we for over here. Was that one that the worker show place for ground zero. The equally the day for you where the worker said need to want to they not fine. They spoil them. Now only when I feel determined. And when I will determine me this fight go before. Who will be the real person I be when a liar or a tip man. Now one thing I have note and that plenty for a heart. No matter what you will get or not get, finish it. The last man standing. Thank you.
Thank you. You know, we don't get a recent incident where we don't lost a violent fighter. You know, General Chacha, Field Marshal Chacha from Bowie County. And most of us on here, when some of the triggered in that way, make people then start to scream all over the place. We need for unite, we need for collaborate, we need this person, need for call the person for unity, all that kind of thing. Them, we don't hear, that don't happen, and it broke a few people their fighting spirit. But we should be encouraged. Say this thing happen. But also that say the fact say what would you cry the loss of Field Marshal Chacha, the way we dey cry am, people that they forget for understand say the cause of this whole disunity or collaboration, they no one really talk am as e supposed to be. They want to keep act like say na everybody e fault. It is not everybody e fault. No, not because they pretend as they always do. We hear a lot of audios and videos then from where that incident starts from. And we'll play that now. Me on my ear, and then we'll comment on it quickly before we continue.
All I can say is this: let the ADF of Bui take total control of the territory. They either subject to you people now, or they are out. That's all. That's all I can say. That's the last thing I will say. We have been pushed a lot in so many ways because of the work that you guys did in 1st of October. Because you people came out shining. That's why they are angry. And I want to tell you that you people will have to make sure that you control and take total command of Kumbu.
Thank you. Yes, when I don't hear that audio, I mean that is part of a long audio from the person with image. Therefore, I can't bother calling such a name. The name was on the screen as well. But I don't hear. Comrade Thomas, I will come to you first. This thing where we incident we escalate, so we all know say no, not the first time where they do a thing like this. It starts since from Meme, Sokadev don't complain. Not only about the same set of people. We all restoration forces them, they don't only complain about. So anyway, I mean, I know from since even now when we get congressman for Kondingi, it get a long complaint since when we used to get council from Nigeria, and it was always from ADF. So, Comrade Sama Thomas, which counsel where you get for, especially when restoration forces and civilian them for our Amazonia community on ground zero regarding the kind of direction and instruction from diaspora, from these distractors from diaspora?
Before I will go for give my usual advice. I don't always give them for the guys of ground zero. Make me I talk say make Chacha his soul a rest for peace. Like human being, them we don't make we have mistake them. But we talk say no matter the mistake we don't make them, we will die. Make God forgive you for those excesses will make them. He take you for eternal kingdom. So make Chacha his soul a rest for peace. Maybe I also tell the Bui people. So make the Bui man, he asks himself, like the Batibo man, like the man of Buza.
You can continue.
Yeah.
All of you are sorry about that. Corey Sama
Like
Thomas, you can continue.
Like the man of Buza, make them ask themselves, say why Ayaba? He the only send soldier and see if they go take over boy. He keep the day under his command. He send them for Guzan, me they go keep people and they take over command. Why did they ask them, say, you boy come over Mancon? You get this plenty soldiers all of a sudden over boy and Guzan and other areas. Why you never take over Mancon? When they are place of birth, they live church, it can't kill them. Like the saying goes, if devil for house not they want for outside will kill you. Make way people they will handle Pascal Kiki and carry me. He said that these two guys responsible for the death of Chacha. I mean they blow these two guys their dust with Ayamache on. That one the sea come for back with the ghost of the but make the boy people they handle Pascal Kiki and Calvin Melchizedek, these two guys for the death of Chacha. For we are restoration forces on the ground and all Southern Cameroonians in general. You know the fight for this struggle. I know the fight now because Dr. Sako Devode are the fight for defending Sako. I know the fight. Now say Chris Ano are the fight for defend Chris Ano. I the fight for liberate myself from colonization and liberate the Southern Cameroons from occupation before the general masses, because I don't do a me one. That is why we need to come together for fight as a team for liberate the Southern Cameroons. We know the fight now for individual you name. We know for individual, I don't get no reason for fight. I be contented for Europe. Because every day when me I sleep, I be sure say me I talk. So I be live here as long as I want. I will feed myself, I will take care of myself. But you not fit be person will not get their own country. And when you know you're going to be occupied. If I enjoy Europe, so put on fight for Europe. I enjoy the Europe. But I don't live my own country. With me, I don't ever go past for the because if you under occupation, for not fight for somebody liberate that country. Then support the civil society say they will fight now under Che Ayaba. Che Ayaba na Southern Cameroons. Anybody where it fight, say the fight for AGF. If the fight because the commander na Che Ayaba, that person make it better put down that gun for your hand. It go back, go sleep for your house because you don't know where to wait in the fight for. All of us will fight that will liberate the Southern Cameroons first before any other thing. So if person is fighting on this particular aspect, go back to sleep for your house. Thank you.
Thank you. I mean, Comrade Uncle B, so much don't happen where we don't lost a lot of fight at them. And that Guza incident was not far from your backyard, from your home. I mean, Guzang and this current situation for we know say the so-called commander-in-chief of AFC and ADF is cowardly sending these little how do they call it, ignoramus of young men forward, so that because it be afraid, and be the one, and he send all of them. He instruct, he guide them for the fight themselves. When they go take over a place where he already be over under control of our forces. I mean, wait till go be the whole reason why we're fit go take over places, or even just a republic in many places they won't know. Goya, Linde, Kambe, even Kumba, when no real action, no what happened in a while. Why we need to hear ADF in such a place? And wait till you get to tell our people on ground zero how they can address the presence of such group. Uncle B, can you hear me?
Thank you, K. I hope you can you hear me?
Yes, I can now.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah, I want to, for the opening, we talk for this palaver where they happen and all our fighters. First and foremost, our fighter, they say whether they kill. Every time you want to come for your house, I want to fight for this fight. You know, we know our self-determination where it will make you know, say, no matter who or who, I'm fighting for Ambazonians. But when you become like an individual to fight for Ambazonians, it be normal, say, we'll talk also Ambazonia in general or in their majority, also the fight go. I should say you will know, say, that the right side for me for fight go there. As I be told, if somebody told say go do the aggressor, I go do it for them for waiting. Wait will happen for boy. I wait to see happen. We get to know say that thing not be standard for boy, no standard today. That way they comment. I will say that Mr. Mary to say go take over, take over. You are taking on who? From the Republic or from Ambazonians. So when you take for Ambazonian, you give for who? Like question or other my way say you are taking from who? From Ambazonians to give it to who? To the same Ambazonians. So that's where the irony is. The battle with Eddie Kiwin has said somebody doesn't have me do this. Where will be formed the interim government? Interim government come all one will join. See what would do. If you look at the same name, I remember very well before they talk unity. For last crazy outing, he talks, maybe talk the man for Ayaba, the talk for some time, and it sounded good and reasonable. It also it will reach for you. No, 3, 4, 5 places were being tagged on that same day. There's another section of Buddha say where that guy that general because he go towards and Campbell. We talk say they be attacked. That same minute they be attacked. I says you the attack now who? They never be able to tell we. Say that military man where they show a picture where they say that we guy with the fight with our public. how he find himself inside Amazonian fighters? They've not been able to answer that question. And I would like to ask my Barretta for you. Because he first write up and say that boy they be going to go carry arm the way or what thing for fight for that side because they don't close downside. They get to go take and for upside. And they told us they be not raise $93,000 for the pitching that they do. So they don't use $43,000, which is close to 2.5 million. I mean 25 million for go buy that thing then. Also that thing the day. Also they be last end. You go carry material with another material, but also the material and day. Because that 5 mega do not carry no nothing. Then also the material they go carry. So my fellow Amazonians and fellow fighters, we did in a fight I will talk from the beginning and say that way that the work show play with the currency for the way that they ask for that kind. And for people that say unity, when are you here? Now, how many times are you struggle for the people saying that come for unity? And another thing which shocked me for that same creative program, some man I think from Sweden. It was the internet government never work enough for bring people together. Tell me, internet government is talking through Chris to somebody to Ayaba, and Ayaba is out there attacking people, and I refuse vehemently to listen to anybody. I want to know how many times. The problem is people that they contribute for, they fail to point finger for where the problem is. This
Exactly.
if I want to come right from Battle, it want to come right from Battle for the go for combo. Now wait to go hard for to say, the man will come on here go for year. Wait to be taking sinner for day. The lie say it will be enough for day. And when they want talk, they will put interim government for inside. The way the man don't talk here. When I 80, I said I'm a tech boy. They don't ever hear the interim government can't talk so much say them. Years ago, we will talk for ambassador and not for interim government. They don't ever hear who can't talk say make this happen. So when you talk something, point the finger direct to the person. No begin to say wanna. When you know my way it cause that trouble. Say this person now you cause that trouble. That person will not say it don't cause trouble. But when I can't say wanna. You know the work I find because when I don't generalize everybody saying everybody cause trouble.
Thank you, Uncle B.
Thank you so much.
Uncle B, thank you. I will just quickly round up.
I think Chacha is a direct threat to the revolution now. He is what they call under code red. I believe it's your assignment and your task to take him out. We are not talking about capturing him or arresting him. Take him out when the opportunity. A couple. Look at this. Looking at the situation in Kumbo, I think Chacha is a direct threat to the revolution now. He is what they call under code red. I believe it's your assignment and your task to take him out. We are not talking about capturing him or arresting him. Take him out when the opportunity. A couple.
Thank you. Yeah, I mean, fellow Amazonians, we don't hear all this for ourselves. And consistently, like our staff would talk, we don't always be ATF. As far as I'm concerned, there is unity. Because all those who have not refused for focus, for face the enemy, the main enemy, La Republic, and they want to be enabling the objective and activities of the enemy by the kind behavior. We'll get for deal with them accordingly. We'll get for treat them as part of the enemy entity. Because no the way person go to say me, they go take out a whole general of Amazonia for an individual's interest. How ridiculous is that? And then other people, they will come begin shout, they no one call the problem its name. The problem in this revolution is not two. We don't have two problems. And probably the last time on this TV that I would mention in names like Ayabacho Lucas and Siseko Ayoktabe. Those are the two problems we have in this revolution. As far as I'm concerned, there's unity. All the other one I get together, they are not influential, they have no use. So we have to focus on what is important. And so people should stop using division and lack of collaboration or no unity as an excuse for not doing what they are supposed to do to foster this revolution. So we've had that's enough of all of that excuses. Now it's not time for excuse. Now it's time for us to face the enemy heads on and do what we must do, which is strategize, plan, and execute all our strategy for territorial control. As far as diplomacy goes, the Swiss negotiation is there, waiting for La République, because Ambazonia is ready on that front. But no matter what happens, whether in the United Nations Security Council, we know that without territorial control, we don't have the best bargaining chip. While the interim government is working hard to ensure that the LGAs and the county forces work together, grow, strengthen, and the new projects coming out of the Marshall Force, because that's what is most important now. And that's what any reasonable Ambazonia should be focusing on. So there's no time for any further excuses. And why we continue on these notes. La République is doing everything in their power to avoid the Swiss initiative. That's why you see them forming some coalition forum in Africa, in Kenya, inviting, see the Kondengi IG take their name present in that coalition, because La République know, say the internationally recognized mediation backed by a US and all the world power that matters, which is a Swiss initiative, is going to give us a headway towards our freedom. So they are doing all things to distract people or to deceive the international community. They are doing other things, or they have won. And they're trying to conduct their election to claim, say everything is back to normal. So we must focus on stopping elections. So we have our lockdown coming up from the 6th to the 11th of February. And there are so many security things that our people, the fighters and the civilian, needs to take into account. I'll come to you, Comrade Thomas. We know the intention of La République to impose this election on us. And we've had this lockdown announced to show that our people are not taking part. So in your own perspective, what do Ambazonians, especially those on ground zero, need to know and prepare towards this period?
Well, if there is anything we will tell our people to do, is that they should stock food in the house, and simple drugs like paracetamol should be in the house. You should be in position of gari at least in the house. Fried corn and granite in the house. Don't depend on La République taps. Carry water and put in containers in the house. For La République might likely cut off water. Don't depend on La République security, or what do you call it, electricity. For La République might likely cut off that damn thing called electricity supply from Idea. Buy kerosene and keep in the house. All the essential things that you need with you in the house, keep them in the house. Don't be expecting anything from La République like water that no they control, electricity that they control. For the moment, know that there is no electricity and there is no water. So keep water in the house with you. For the 7 days or 6 days that you will be in the house, even if there is no food, you will not die. Don't leave the house because you don't have food that you are going to the farm. Please, people should be in their houses. Like one person have said about security advice. If we know that the urban areas will be too hot, or the rural areas, leave the rural area to the urban area, or the urban area to the rural area where you know your security will be guaranteed. Don't expose yourself into danger for nothing. Make sure you secure yourself, you protect yourself before another person comes for your harm. Don't expose yourself. For our restoration forces, if you find yourself in a situation where you know you cannot fight, please retreat. Save your life by retreating so as to prepare to fight tomorrow. For if you go to fight now, of which you will be killed, then we've lost not only you, but we've lost that battle. But if you lost that battle and save your own life, you will live to fight again tomorrow in another battle. We must not lose a battle and lose you. So please, we should take our security seriously into our own hands and protect ourselves. Thank you all.
Thank you. Uncle B, can you hear me?
Yeah, you're 5 on 5.
Okay. Yeah, we are on the lockdown from the 6th to the 11th of February. In I think it's just under 2 weeks. So
It's 1 week.
what do you have to tell our people knowing these dates? We know La Republic no get no sympathy. They don't show over the years say they are out to still kill and to destroy Ambazonia and Ambazonians. So which kind security information, which kind precaution if you say our people if you take and wait if you add and to wait to a Koresama Thomas on talk, and which kind mindset are people supposed to have in particular for endure these few days to ensure say La Republic election is not successful in our territory. And we also know say the lockdown, we don't see her campaign don't go on. We don't notice and say now Amoka the escort these militants, these La Republic militants them to in our territory. We don't see and say now Amoka the escort them from one place to the other. So which kind of information if we also tell our people them they understand say this election is not supposed to hold in our territory and they should not be part of it.
Yeah, thank you, Lady K. But I want to take a little time to tell our people what the election mean, and for them to see why it is necessary for making not take place. And most of our friends and most of we will not talk say, may they know say the election where they take place to that election. It will miss all till will not take place. They would not asking for nothing. But we know very well whether I would do it or waiting. We just say they don't start vote. La Republic will draw anything for inside a house. Can't read as in the election this. But if when I understand, say the world body they look we. Wait till the Omega Simo will see and I say the we step out on that day will be go vote. Example, at the national dialogue will be taken for international body that denies those that know will be denied. I will not be good. But sell out the be good. But they see where reaction, they know will not be part of it. So that doesn't like say enough worker. Now they see what will do will not do. It was security. The other say stay home. I repeat to it, comrade. Someone don't wait you fetch for you. And I know say our people are intelligent enough They don't say for 2 weeks. How much more for 6 days? And they know. Say the reason we told them not come inside and say, or not nobody. Make the international community know say that day we want to take her for pull nail for what hate this in the camp on the February 9, which is just a week from today. We should speak loudest on that day. You don't get to step outside. Because outside, when I know camera out there all over this place, when I see what it as my comrade they talk say, my uncle they talk say that they work at they show say Amoka they lead them. But when they tell that people don't they show Amoka, they show only people that deny for hide Amoka they work out with them. But then while weapon, the common man weapon. Now all of us say don't go out of your house on me. 9th is the day you don't go out. If you miss it, you defied, say we will get independence. If run around, they go shout, do the even plus we. But no say on that September 2nd and October 1st. Now that thing when I be come out talk say mad die, we'll get independence. When I be don't get them. And on that 9th, now that spirit once it will be good day. This time I for stay inside house and not come out. The only work case for the international community on that 9. For me, I will believe say this thing they work at campaign, so I know one thing we are boy that go confront them with them. But maybe people that know say from now till that day, any I don't talk for my computer for 3-4 times. Man, never talk for your country people now it spoil the revolution. Because when I get to talk for the even for country talk, they know say on the 9 way it can. Blow it, people don't give such a way they don't die. Now they will be crying and no with our house. I'm not so nobody achieve for talk again. So we just plead on our people. Say even I know say we want fight for this country. Now the biggest weapon where they can. Because if some man tell me that man where it will come up for your locality, go for you and they say, I want to go represent you. If no man not be come up for your place, they go vote. They go talk say they go represent Pobia, right? And that from there will then know how to handle that kind of people. They go know that the Kiwi. And then now before election and after election, nobody say, so they don't go for a way, maybe it don't end. It never end. It never end. It is start and start. Where people would cry, make no go outside that day. Now we're referendum day, we want to like say will not get anything for day. Now how we get to sit down inside our house?
Thank you, Uncle B. I'll come back to you. Conrad Larry, you know, Conrad Sama and Uncle B, they don't elaborate more on the lockdown from the 6 to 11. Uncle B don't start with the significance, and Conrad Sama don't address on security and precautions and preparatory measures where were civilians get for taken and restoration forces. I want to what you say for those our people. When I talk our people, Southern Cameroonians, then when they go come out come for the rally, this campaign rally them, and even for come out that day for go vote. Which information you get and for our freedom fighters, in particular, how to deal with the kind people them where they go violate the laws of the land. Correct, Larry.
Yes, Lady K, thank you once more again for the opportunity and apologize for the distractions. Wait away, I go talk for our restoration forces. The name for this lockdown, now No Mercy Lockdown. That is why we see some audio, some video to go around on social media where they catch somebody say me bait inside sand. That one of for sure say that is no mercy. And then we see how some woman for Kumbo, they go campaign. By the time when they finish campaign, a papaya compound already go down. That one evidence for talk say the lockdown and no mercy. No mercy means if they catch you, the decision when the people when they catch you, they decide that is the court of Ambazonia for day. We never get some institutional court, we never get some prison where they will go keep you for day. I want every Ambazonian where you go first expose itself before our restoration forces they will catch them. Ask yourself, if woman they come for campaign for ammo car, you don't give your own ammo car for go for that campaign rally too, or it come inside ammo car say me you work inside moto. Me now those who call themselves supporters or party members or whatsoever as they call themselves. Ask yourself, somebody is leaving Yaoundé, coming in an ammo car, for can't tell you, me you come up for your own house, go for a party rally with food. So your own skin are the one way go bull and then they enter for day. So me every Ambazonian, ask yourself, why are these people coming to us today? We see for Banso, they burn people alive. We see image where they be shoot baby matter, 4 months old pekin, a pregnant woman indoor, a 6-month-old baby. They fry someone for we to come inside oil. And the shocking thing, where the person who will sell for Kumbo, now woman where they go for labor room, go born pekin, is a shame. This is a shame. It's a shame for a woman where they go for labor room. See how a human, when they produce and they bring her on this earth, they are being slaughtered like chicken. It can't tell the same people the one where they remain alive. If they don't slaughter all them, if we can't talk security, I think say that they hear this message and will tell our restoration forces this lockdown is a no mercy lockdown. And I get some message for you. Make our restoration forces, they know say we get at least 666,000 distractors inside our revolution. I am going by the reference of Jesus Christ. If Jesus Christ beget 12 disciples, he gave 1 traitor. We are talking about 8 million Ambazonians. We should be expecting at least 666,000 distractors. Unfortunately for us, fortunately, they don't have up to 1,000 of them. They don't even reach 1,000 of the way they distract this revolution. So we are on the right side. But we will deal with the less number where they want cause this distraction. We are not going to be homeless people. We are not going to be countryless people in the diaspora, because if we read some letter where it is circulated for social media the other day from Donald Trump, we have every reason to fight to the last man standing. We must have an identity. And anybody where they're on the road, fellow restoration forces, Sansan no reach water. Water with the ball at a temperature of 10,000 degrees are the best water that for them for wash. Our restoration forces, they are the keepers and the custodians of the land of Ambazonia today. If you fall in their hands, the justice where they give you, you take them. I don't talk particularly for my own community as Uncle Bito. This morning, I was in the air for our local dialect. I am not going to sympathize, and we are not going to sympathize with anybody that goes against the law of Ambazonia. Yes, people, they don't die for jungle. Many are dying in trying to cross to Europe, inside Red Sea. Every day they sink because of bad leadership. And some people, they go shoot up for your own, they think they go impose until we. Our restoration forces are in charge, and they are the people that will keep our borders closed. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Comrade Larry. Thanks for that reminder. Yes, if you get something for Adam, Comrade Thomas.
This one to go for we are restoration forces on the ground. For this 1 week we remain to the lockdown. For all this one urge is to we must change the face of this revolution. If I go if fit for advise the restoration forces, they stop for fight now. But arrest all any Republican citizens for Southern Cameroon. Anyone where they for your corner has. Whether who, arrest ye. All 61 LGAs must take this task seriously. La Republic of a slaughter, we are civilians. And we do it back and back. But make our resolution forces them, they arrest La Republican civilians when they see them for Southern Cameroon. Each LGA must be in possession of at least 10 of them. Only you keep it. When La Republic kill one Southern Cameroonian for any part for Southern Cameroon, all LGAs kill one La Republic civilian in their keeping as a sign of retaliation. Say La Republic of kill were civilians. Make all the LGAs, they arrest at least 10 La Republican citizens in the Southern Cameroon. Each civilian will La Republican soldiers kill a Southern Cameroon. Slaughter one, each LGA kill one La Republican civilian. That is the next step to take now. Thank you all.
Thank you. Thank you, Comrade Sama. I'll just round up on this lockdown and security. Okay.
Yeah, I just want to emphasize to what the way Comrade Sama talk.
Okay.
La République is a member of the United Nations charters, Commonwealth Charter, African Union Charter. We go shidon for year begin respect the laws of this charter, where a member state when a signatory to this charter not the respect them, because with the PSA we will go for ICC. Make this one go in record, and we go stand for any international organization. Me they tell we, because member state of this organization, all their embassies are represented in Yaoundé, and they are watching our people being slaughtered. As Comrade Sama talk, fellow restoration forces, if the military is mighty, go to their civilians. If the military is mighty, if we know say French La Republic people they get meeting for some place, if we have go gun them down all. They have slaughtered our people. They have roasted our people. We will not continue to carry the Bible in this revolution till when? Till when the last man will be slaughtered? Why the international community is watching? And we keep thinking that we are respecting the Geneva Convention. Where is the Geneva Convention as our people are being slaughtered? This is a statement that we have to be making every day, so that if the Geneva Convention will come against us today, let's tell them we have been making this statement before.
Simple. Thank you, Comrade. Thank you for that emphasis. Now, exactly what that one round up with. Me, I want to also remind our restoration forces. I will stress on this point because some people are going to use Geneva Convention, the overbook when I read out diaspora and if I hear my head. Geneva Convention, the threatening La Republic respect, first of all, the human rights violation, the way even the whole international community don't even warn them about. Human Rights Watch, all this and that, human rights, this. They don't want them. They need to year and they go born elderly people for house, born children inside their house, young men and young boys and young girls. They born there inside house. They need respect on us. And now we will know the law. Long way will be the maker will know the one can respect. How do one take concern us? We are defending Amazonia. We are defending our territory. We are fighting for our freedom. And we must not pay heed to any distraction or anything we go weaken our fighting spirit in the name of law or convention or regulation and from any international stage. This so-called law that they make them. That way America be go Vietnam, they no be know the Geneva Convention. That the Rohingya and war for them, they no be no international convention. So when we focus on our fights, when we fight, like Comrade Larry talk, left to me, there should be no La Republic anything, human, living or non-living thing in our territory. It should not be existing now. So like last time I be there on here, on live on here, I'll be talking, we will weaponize our existence in the territory. Every aspect of an Ambazonia in Ambaland should be a weapon. So anything you go use for ensure say there is no trace of La Republic, no trace of anything La Republic, whether dead or living thing or being, should not exist, or animal. Anything attached with La Republic should be destroyed to the ground in our territory. This is war. It is not crusade. We are not here to respect any law. This, as far as arrest goes, I don't arrest in this our state of war is not necessary. It should be neutralized. Everybody, anybody, anything against our freedom case should be eliminated. We should not be tolerating and pampering distraction and hindrance to our freedom quest. So, Comrade Sama, did you wanted to add something before we move to the way forward?
No, I think I'm done. I'm done there with that one. Let's move to other issues. Let me see what can contribute there.
Okay. Yeah, now we're going to be opening the lines very soon. But we want to open, before we open the line, I'll ask if anybody get any suggestion. Like previously, I don't ask. Say, now we don't see the event, especially the event on ground zero, especially with our fighters, because we need to build that force, that capacity to take over a territory and hold it. Because in aspect of diplomacy, the main aspect we needed in diplomacy have been achieved by the interim government already. So now we need to focus on ensuring that we solidify our hold on the ground. So going forward in this revolution with the structures and the systems that are being created, because I strongly believe, so without an institution, we can easily be crushed and ignored. So I don't know, I'll come to you, Comrade Larry, first. Going forward, given everything that has happened in this revolution up till now and what we now know, because now we now know everybody. We don't know what they are contributing. We don't know their character and attitude. What is motivating them in this fight? You even articulate the different people in the diaspora who communicate, because some people in the on ground feel like the diaspora is them. But with that category of people in the diaspora, we can know which set of people in the diaspora are the problems. So how do we, those who want Amazonian freedom, go from here, Comrade Larry?
Yeah, thank you, Lady K. Maybe I'll have to take a little bit of your time because it might need some explanation.
Okay, I would bear with you for now.
Yeah, some people, after this show, some people are going to go out there and start calling us Sako surrogate of the IG, surrogate of Chris Anu. I will be very happy to tell Ambazonians that I am happy to be named a surrogate of Dr. Sako. Mr. Sama here will bear my witness in which I will talk for here. When this revolution will start in 2016, in early 2017, I began to Ambazonian in an audio say one of the weakness of La République du Cameroon, that is what La République fear most, is litigation. What La République fear most and litigation. And Dr. Samuel Sako Ekome has finally taken La République to that litigation table. That is where you people see the numerous arrows that are pointing at Dr. Sako. Those arrows, those spears and arrows, when they see them, they are being sponsored by La République du Cameroon, because that is the highest fear where La République get them. Mate Ambazonia, my quote an incident will be happened between 2001 2002, if I've been not mistaken. Someone will remind me. When we get SCNC office for Commercial Avenue, will be decided to put a signboard. Now this very Comrade Sama be put the signboard up, will be there for broad daylight. That signboard was never touched by La Republique in the daylight. They stole it in the night. That is to tell us, that is to tell the world and Ambazonians that anything that litigates us as a people, La Republique will not touch it in broad daylight. They will want to do it in the night. La Republique is afraid of litigation. That signboard was on Commercial Avenue for 3 good days until it was stolen in the night. That is to tell Amazonians that La Republique fear that person where it go take you, go for that table where you go ask question number 1. Do you respect the Cairo Declaration of 1964? Do you respect your territorial boundaries? Did you have any union treaty with the people of Southern Cameroon? And Dr. Samuel Sako Ekome has finally taken La Republique to that answer table. That is why I will proudly be called a surrogate of Dr. Samuel Sako. For those who are afraid to be named by that, Mateuna say the highest target, the highest fear, the person when La Republique will fear in this interim government led by Dr. Samuel Sako Ekome because of the Swiss talk. By the time when they go for Swiss, we don't see how we think they change. They don't go for national dialogue. Now, which leader because national dialogue, we not go deny. Now, because of Dr. Samuel Sako, we are not worshiping him, but we are celebrating his achievements. For the length of time, I don't think inside this struggle, that is the leader that has called La Republique, our struggle, name him, the support he move right to the UN Security Council. It is no other leader but that leader. So why should we not stand behind him? And as I be tell Ambazonian in that same audio, say La Republique is highest strength now for cost division. Fellow Ambazonians, yes. Fellow South Cameroonians, what is happening in our revolution today is the hand of La Republique du Cameroon. Accept it or deny it. Let me borrow a word from Prince Binglo Hiller. There are 2 types of truth. There is the biblical truth and there is the judicial truth. You don't need a justification when you are talking about the biblical truth. The biblical truth is that some of our leaders have been infiltrated. Some of these Android, as I call them, Android activists have been infiltrated. I call them German Shepherd, that they back even at a shadow. But let Ambazonians know that the truth is that those who act, they don't talk. Let Pamuma Emmanuel, who was the Mezam County chair, Ebi Tokam, act the act and they talk, and the act will talk the talk. If you want B house, no come up, they announce and say go B house. B house, when that house stand, it go talk to you, say, nah, Comrade Sama bill me. That house go talk by itself. It is not you talking. Talking, backing like German Shepherd on social media will not bring a change. It is acting. The day we will be seeing Dr. Samuel Sako Ekome for Brazil, we did not even know he was there. We only saw action. We only saw an achievement. We just should on one day they said there's a Swiss talk, and we see it, international community abiding by it. So we should give credit where it is due. It is not backing on social media. We should forget about this Android activists. I call them Android activists because if you take away YouTube, if you take away Facebook, if you take away WhatsApp, they will become nothing. That's why I call them Android activists. They will become nothing if you take away YouTube. If there was no YouTube, if there was no Facebook, where could they have been talking? Somebody can't talk, say be rock. Rock talking on social media. I remember seeing a rock in 2001 when we be coming for street for Commercial Avenue. That's where I saw rocks. I saw the wife of Dr. Luma hold and then twist and put her down. That's why we call a rock. At the time where it was taboo talking about the Southern Cameroon cause, I saw people they call and say rock. This man when I say for Sama Thomas. That's why I call a rock. Me and him come out for midnight for go meeting. Jordan the day for road. Did the work I sing anthem for road for Bamenda. At the time when you that's the time people who call rocks. No people shouting and backing on social media like dogs. For those who think that there is disunity, there is no disunity in our revolution. What is happening in our revolution is that La Republique has infiltrated some of our leaders. Wait the way it happened for Nambere. Nambere was a fighter. Nambere is now on the side of La Republique. Some of our leaders were fighters from the beginning. They are now with La Republique. Fellow Ambazonians, it is not too much talking that makes you a strong fighter. It is not too much talking that makes you a strong activist. If you be not talking, nobody don't talk. Reach way the way I feel talk the former SDF chairperson for Northern Zone, that Bafut guy was called who?
Andrew.
Who reach Akonte Andrew? Na Tapang Ivo, na Eric Tato, na Capo Daniel. Akonte be the stand for grandstand for Bamenda. Tell Achidachu where Achidachu there for Congress. Hey, come and meet me here. It is not the talking, but he was the first person to betray the SDF in Yaoundé. It is not talking, Ambazonians. Listen, Ambazonians. Follow those who are doing the action. Talking is not going to take us nowhere. Man, she don't live for tree, see shadow for leaf. He come for social media, they keep back. The dog. I call them Android activists. Until someone even call they say they be rock. Rock talking on social media. Now which Ambazonian not talk on social media? If they be for talking about social media, all we for being a rocks, they know. Anybody.
Thank you.
1 minute, please. Anybody ask yourself, Ayabacho, if you define play for fight, they don't want you for Fako, they don't want you for Bui. Why don't you go to Donga Mantum? Ayabacho, if they deny you for Momo, why don't you go to Manyo? They go fight for Boyo. Now Boyo don't call the ice. Who's that the day again for Boyo? Why are they not talking about Boyo? Ambazonians should ask these questions. Tell Ayaba, you went to Boyo and Ki Amigo. Where are you in Boyo? Nowhere. Boyo is now cold as ice. I'm even surprised for years I'm right away. Bo Herbert, right? I'm talk this morning. And Bo Herbert is from Boyo. They go disarm Boyo where he comes from. Boyo today is like ice. He is silent. This is shocking, Ambazonians. We have a program like this. We have to leave that thing where they talk, say diplomacy and what? Diplomatic talking. And call a spade a spade. Yes, we get to cover some incidents the way our restoration forces they committed, but not in a situation where our restoration forces, people that they come out for Batibo, well armed, Batibo from Batibo to Bui. Now this time they pay like 5,000 francs. If it tell you how long the distance are, people that come out for Batibo with that amount of arms where they be carry. Go reside for Bui uninterrupted. Fellow Ambazonians, can you ask yourself some questions? With that kind of arms where they carry, with that material where they carry for their skin, and without their number, with that number of bikes, they come out right from Batibo, go reside to Kumbo without being interrupted. How can they tell us? Thank you so much.
Thank you, Comrade Larry. You know, you don't really elaborate something where I agree one stress about. You say not by the talking. You know, I don't notice a lot of people they like big talk, BB grammar, BB English, or how do they call them to sound like a leader. How a leader gave for sound. Which day would you plenty education would you claim for leaders as far as they overknow? Would not reduce a quality of a leader to how they sound. It's not by talking. So you not mean say because somebody don't make grandiose statement about our cause, we mean say we'll get for surrender the destiny of our cause for them if they derail, lie. It no go happen. If you are not consistent, you are not persistent, in this freedom quest, a revolution will naturally do its natural selection and you will find yourself exactly where you belong. So moving on. How can you Conrad Sama, maybe you get enough for art to wait till Conrad Larry don't talk since una don't be in this quest from the beginning. Because last show you really gave a lot of insights from the genesis of this revolution and why your commitment to see the free Amazonia, regardless of the fact that your own make so much sacrifice over many years, even before I was born. And I always like to mention this over many years, but you don't get any leadership claim. You too, I can't talk say me, I don't be for this long, I don't sacrifice so much, and I'm still continue making sacrifice. Me too, I must be the oga at the top. Wait till keep you focused and on the main goal in this revolution. What's your motivation and inspiration? Maybe these young Android activists where you give themselves names they don't fit defend them, neither do they understand the cause. Support feel learn.
Lady K, first of all, I talk for Comrade Larry. Say, in fact, it don't keep me today. But those things are at least not things that they always try to avoid them. For talk say me, I be don't be for the demoralized people. Them for saying I be don't no. For describing like a rock, that was an overstatement. Comrade Larry talk about litigation, say like what fear litigation, that's true. The signboard we put up for SCNC office for Commissioner Avenue, it will remove the Colonial Legion commander for upstation. He can down can meet up with inside office. And to say why we put a signboard. We tell you we put that signboard because say they used to work a fine which no say we did. Saying so that we office this and I will signboard that. So the one not talk so that we don't have fire, we don't know say we did. Muna see that signboard, no say we have a year we did. If we don't arrest, it means of a year we don't arrest we. Go to the bush, beat about the bush. That was our actions. Like it was about the wife of late Paluma. I don't know what Madame Merin Gua, if I don't make mistake, still there at Ego Devil United States. I don't call you out so they ever respond. But if it be alive, those are people who can testify. Say me, I fight with soldiers with empty hand for Commissioner Street for take Meringwa for soldiers their hand until when they take you go down. When I follow me, tell me for prison, I say he will come hold me when he began internal bleeding. But if he became a liver and still for ground, he will come hold me. Say if he was fell, they will say if they bring me, he will kill me with their own hands. But those things are sacrifices we will make them for liberate the southern Cameroons. I will make those sacrifices not because say I want to live. I will always deny say I don't want to live, but make people that stand before me. I support them for lead. I don't always see some problem with leadership. Some people don't enter for society because they will be led. But if you give them leadership, they will come. But for stop for leadership position, don't mean that say he get your own ideas them for lead that society with them. Even therefore, why the ideas that come from you, where you don't lead. Like PLO by Bill statement say, if you go take a dunderhead, you elect them a mayor or councillor. You know what? Give him wisdom because they always when they don't say they can share their wisdom with the society. Say dunderhead, a dunderhead, whether you elect mayor or what, nothing for over the society. So these are our people. We didn't fight for leadership. We don't get nothing for offering for leadership. But people that get something for offering for leadership or for society, they didn't ever fight for lead. But their action, it cost the society for see them like leadership and they entrust them now with leadership. Lady K, let me say something about the Swiss talks. The Southern Cameroons, they don't fight for attain that level of negotiations with La Republic. But assisting the international community, it frustrates the Southern Cameroons without say Swiss talks. For 2009, if I don't make mistake, the Southern Cameroons will sue La Republic for the African Commission on Peoples and Human Rights. The judgment will go in favor of the Southern Cameroons. They give La Republic 3 months for negotiate with the Southern Cameroons using that office like a broker. 3 months pass, La Republic will ask for an extension of 3 months being prepared. They give you that extension for 3 months of prepared till today. It don't pass 2009, it's 12 years or so today. La Republic, you never come back office again for continue with that extension with the Southern Cameroons. The Southern Cameroons, it don't go now for the international community, the United Nations. It tell La Republic say, make them come join the Southern Cameroons for the Swiss talks. The Southern Cameroons, it don't show you preparedness, years behind, so they be ready for the talks. The international community done say make for Biakam. If the Swiss government, it wants to make the Swiss talks it continue, the Southern Cameroons must stop that crap coming to Switzerland that they want to come and sit with the Swiss government and talk. The Swiss government should call for Biak by force that on this day, if you don't come, these are the consequences. And now only for that condition, with the Southern Cameroons now, you go for Switzerland for talk with La Republic, not still with the Swiss government. If it's with the Swiss government and the United Nations, without La Republic on that table, I am now putting in my voice that the IG should cease any pre-talks with Switzerland. The pre-talks era are over until La Republic is on the table. Can we go now to join them for the talks? For calm down for somebody, I hear Siseko Ayok Tabe, he put out some audio. Some Southern Cameroon, the listener. Say, he tell Dr. Sako his other story. Fellow Southern Cameroonians. I be feel say if Siseko Ayok Tabe, if you a diamond, then somebody it narrate Siseko his statement. We fit take him, say, okay, this person now person will be here say it tell me the story. But Siseko nobody talk say if he tell Dr. Sako say make he go talk say, and somebody should nobody hear that statement. It is say amen. Siseko will pray for you. Why that person maybe ask Siseko say Siseko? This talk where the talk say be tell Dr. Sako. But now you talk now. You be tell you say me tell Southern Cameroon 70 where you don't be tell we with your own mouth now. Move here for your own mouth. We don't forget them for the second part. And since you go like a two, say me tell Sako, say me go talk say. He don't die and die. He send so much people go talk. I know if you talk that crap, if you talk about me, I know go talk them because you still get mad for talk. I never die. You know be deaf and dumb. Another guy, Dr. G. I want to appreciate for one way talk him today or yesterday. I listen to audio, but I always hate for listening to audio, but I listen some part for your audio. For the first time whatsoever. He said over 70% of Southern Cameroonians they're there with the IG. And the IG is the lead Southern Cameroonians, now an enabling group where the lead Southern Cameroonian Republic. How the IG going to lead 70% Southern Cameroon is going to fight for independence of Southern Cameroon, then they lead them now for over La Republic enabling. Dr. G, you are the worst enabler in this struggle. Or if you feel say, me where over here, I don't fight for the independence of the Southern Cameroons for close to 30 years, since 1990. You come today, You see me, I be an enabler. Then you be sick. In my way, the medical statement, it is sick because I never spend money for close to 30 years. I put my life on the line several times for 10 today for the likes of Dr. G for being an enabler. So if those type of statements come up, make people deduce for some whether like Akwanga, it says some people that Johnny just come. Now Johnny just come like Dr. G. If he be an enabler, or now me, Samuel Thomas, with me, I don't even struggle for 30 years. I will tend to spell out today. The lives of Dr. G are many, and those are the sellouts. In the Southern Cameroonian, where it is least of that cabal for South Africa, that person will get a problem, and I advise all Southern Cameroonians to distance themselves from the cabal in South Africa. For no say those guys do not mean any good for the Southern Cameroons.
Thank you, Comrade Sama. Thank you. Thank you so much for that. For that well elaborate viewpoint. Yes, before we get to the phone call, Uncle B, you get anything for talk before we start take calls? And I hold the number already there on. So we'll take your contributions now on the way forward. Wait till you think say Ambazonian they get for do going forward in this revolution. I mean, we don't hear a lot of news, so many things and don't happen. The different aspects of this revolution from the home front to the diaspora. So you get for calling WhatsApp calls only. WhatsApp calls only. So one here, wait to be your own contribution for the way forward. If you know if you call, you know one call, talk your name and place where you call from. If you also send a message of your ideas and suggestions of the way forward. So you can make your call. Why would you expect your calls? Uncle B, do you have anything to add as we prepare to march on to freedom?
Am I covered?
Yes, we can hear you.
Tell me more because to say the historian they don't talk plenty. Well, no, I don't know if you talk plenty because I want just ask a few questions here. I want to for the premise where you be talk say people that don't talk only for talk, they know they do. The problem I say we want doers and not sayers. We look for the revolution very well. The man way they here as Comrade that's and someone they talk. We not they follow IG because Nasako make and we follow IG. Not at all. But when we put these people they call themselves leaders, you come in all of them. According to who they follow IG, they do to a correct who follow them. That's why the Amazon actually as that matter is 70%. Maybe talking 70%, maybe not I think it be mean. But that's what it is. 70% it is very conservative. So if I talk myself will stay for the revolution in a determination and endurance, the way you believe in. Someone know we can't because everyone can't make a put it for secretary, they talk money run. It can be because it be no can. Because they not be get deep in their hearts and determine why the way they make that they come. It is a code they talk for you so. Wait till Sako don't do for the revolution. Especially the man where you get a different thing for your man, if you want to independent from members, look the other way around. Like the Android because to be very honest, Sako don't put up for the revolution. It's that you are blind. Wait, we can fix away from president. I didn't marry as a summary talk. They say tell you people at the same time the only glad but tell with the Tinamo go tell the nano no man not talk and they still go free like that. And this time maybe don't make it sometimes ago. Say we don't tell Sako what is difficult for me to tell us now. But we have the story. So wait away or don't see Sako do now wait in America will follow. Let's say the interim government led by Sako Nati will follow you. When I look all this county by county, I will against it. And when you say wait, I don't what I would say was the last thing I would tell I say when they tell we say when the noise, the achievement are waiting. But when you look at the interim government, the achievement that make it be enormous. Now for fixed country, now for being now to tell it to the now for this talk, which is and when they ask them which one they don't achieve, and even now one where they can't tell we. And when they come out to criticize Sako, they say lie, lie, lie. Tell us the lies we talk so that we will feel judge of ourselves. It's not simply not say Sako they tell lies. Tell us the lies. Brothers and sisters, when I say so the revolution start.
Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, thank you. Thank you. Okay, well, I think we get the first caller on the line. Where to be your name? So you call from go straight to your contribution. 1 minute, please.
Yeah, the call from ground zero.
Okay. What to be your contribution?
Yes, my contribution I say. Hello?
Yeah, we hear you. Go on.
Yes, I call from Mezam County.
Okay, tell us your contribution.
Yes, my contribution I say presently now this Ayabacho. Presently now this Ayabacho a group. They don't infiltrate most of our restoration forces. Yes, me and the talk say most of the restoration forces, these ADF, they don't infiltrate them.
Okay, if you turn down your TV, just listen to us on the phone. Hello? Just listen to us on the phone, not listen to your TV because there's a slight delay to your TV. So just go on and wait to be your contribution and wait to be your suggestion. So that you don't talk say they be more be infiltrated. You get any suggestion what they're supposed to do, or you want to just give us that level, that awareness?
Yes, I want just create that awareness so that make the informed restoration forces, make them screen every fighter where they with them.
Okay, thank you so much for calling and keep in touch if you get any further information. Okay. Now don't hear our first caller say we need to restructure, screen, or fighters and we get them for each camp for ground zero. So why would you wait for next caller? Anybody get anything to say regarding with your first caller just talk?
Let me say something here.
Okay.
Mancon as a case study. Mancon get groups already fight for Mancon. The ADF get their own group. So that group of ADF and those are the people I know them. And I don't support that group for ADF waiting for Mancon. But the other three groups that waiting for Mancon, they too they know themselves. And they know say if me as an individual and a host of other Mancon people who they out to support them, if we discover say you get to an individual inside there, when are an infiltrator, we are asking you out of that group, for we are not going to deal with anybody that is affiliated to the agency in our fighting group. We don't do that.
Yeah, sorry, Comrade.
Oh,
Sorry, Comrade Sama. Before you continue, I'm more just listening to this next caller. And wait to be your name. Okay, 1 second before you talk. If you call from Ground Zero, just say your county where you call from. You don't necessarily even need to say your name. Just say which county you are calling from, and then go on with your contribution. Thank you.
Yeah, I go. Good evening.
Yeah, good evening.
Yeah, I go explain myself in pidgin because when I want to talk now for Ground Zero with winner, and I want me all my year.
Yes, no, na pidgin show. Sorry, now just say one time there. I did mix that up.
Okay. Okay, at the corner for ground zero from the northern zone.
Okay.
Okay, I want to give you some information about what we pass now for northern zone, especially in Biami.
Okay.
So La Republic don't the interim Biami, people their houses, them keep people them from drunk. They are broken people, they are broken houses, killing people anyhow. So, and my suggestion, I say, wait till we deal the public, they get the advantage. Now, because we are for diaspora, we are not be united. Even when I are there for IG, some people them still there for that IG where they not be serious. And the job beg when I say, me all man be serious for this struggle because we were there for ground zero. Now we the suffer a lot. Now we the over suffer. Why we the suffer? When I get small thing, especially no we don't talk say when I don't make like donation, get 1,000. When I know say when I get 13 country, when I try say make that 13 country get 100 franc or make they get 50 franc equally because that side there so it be all side, you know, be now only for some side. It be the show say I the support from side, the pass from side. I talk so I know why. And now why that the Ayabatu they get advantage for some sizes them. Why Ayabatu not get power for a LBLM? Now because when I don't overput eye for a LBLM, they forget some sizes them. Muna make sure say that struggle there all side for Amazonia and wait till when I get them even a small now how Muna make them say all we were there for ground zero the fight we will get them that small we can not say all winner they look weak. And when I know say any man plenty when I get support, especially IG when I get plenty support, but IG they put all he had plenty now for any BLM. And they talk now true and they talk for this media because I know say now media where any man, every people them they listen now.
Yes.
When I call meeting again, when I call meeting, when I be sure say that country by country when I don't make them, when I they support me when I know the talk say Banso people them or they could make their own donation before when I give them money. Or Kambe could make donation before when I give that money for Kambe. Any money where IG don't hold them, now money for every people them where they under IG. When I begin make them so now from there where I see say we could succeed.
Thank you. Thank you very much. That is a wonderful contribution. Thank you so much for your contribution, sir. Take care. Yes, that is and Comrade Summer, if you continue, that is a wonderful contribution from Ground Zero. And I hope say those interim government our cabinet members and those involved in the resource mobilization and the treasury that they listen for this for that comment. But regardless, we pass the forward the information. So Comrade Summer, if you continue for your explanation earlier, thank you.
I thank that caller for that contribution we make and I be everybody will be listening. I don't get exactly what we're talking about. What you talk about AGF for Mancon about where are these for the infiltrators? If you be infiltrator inside any of a group from Mancon from AGF, we will root you out. And we always keep the group from the AGF group at bay. Because like they overlook, we so too we overlook them. And the way them say as still Ayaba is say be heady. If you attack other groups and say they must fight under your command, say the day where he go try for Mancon, we will uproot that group from Mancon. For tell you say make that's why I used to but why you do all this about other groups for other counties? For your own place, you never make up a day. Because it for they be checked. So Southern Cameroon, those will be deceived by Cha Ayaba. Say Cha Ayaba get the defense forces. Now Cha Ayaba is gang, an individual. It control you like remote control. That's why you need to fight for the Southern Liberation. You fight because you fight for defend Cha Ayaba. And listen to Ojo this evening. I don't know where they come from. Ashu Kingsley. Where they talk, anyone Marcellus, I know the Marcellus where they won up. It wants to 3 persons and jet. I know they put one up about something they call them not Mesam Security Council. There is nothing existing in Mesam Security Council. And if I deduce well from Ashu Kingsley's statement, if I told naively talk, we no call your name. Those are the enablers that are causing confusion on the ground. The AGF is the one that is controlling Mesam. Talk about Mesam Security. There is nothing existing in Mesam as Security Council. Or somebody will challenge me if I'm not aware of that Mesam Security Council. So nobody should take that crap from Ashu Kingsley or whosoever that put out that thing seriously. And we are warning that guy who put out the crap that he should cease from that.
Yeah, thank you, Comrade Sama. We'll get another caller on the line. Just say your name and where you are calling from, and then straight to your contribution. 1 minute, please.
I'm calling from UAE, which you people know as Dubai. I'm calling from.
Okay. Yeah, wait till your first name and your contribution.
Okay, I just have some little contribution to make. Yeah, the problem is this.
You fit talk for pidgin if you don't mind.
Okay. The problem with this one now, this stage where we did it now, you don't need anything where they give blame for this man, give blame for this people, give blame for this group. The problem now, the way forward, as people see how to come together. How to come together as one people. We are the people who want that land, that people who own that land, and they wait for that. Any other thing, we waste our time, we carry the struggle maybe for 100 years.
Okay.
We do anything, we will not come together. That is the only more what I want to give up today.
Okay, thank you. Thanks for your contribution. Take care. All right. Now I call this other caller. We don't talk. I would like to respond to that caller. Yeah, we have another caller here. Sorry. Okay, where are you calling from? What's your name and your contribution?
Yeah, you don't need to know my name. You know, now in Cameroon things are tough. So
okay, yeah.
I'm standing now to call is dangerous.
No worry. Just tell me the county or the zone where you call from.
I'm calling from Murphy.
Okay, fine. Okay, go on with your contribution. Thank you. And
I've told you that I don't need to tell you my name or anything. I'm calling for a dangerous zone right now.
No, just go on with your contribution. Please listen to me on the phone. Don't listen to me on your TV. Your TV is slow.
I call from Murphy.
Oh no.
Yes. I thank you plenty for the contribution we really go through.
Okay.
Okay. So what you are the try for talk now say we don't see say Ayabacho the problem don't over too much. So what the way we would try for tell and I say when I do for diaspora and I say we would already too very angry. You know, right now we're at the top. I know if you tell you say I be a fighter or I not be a fighter. What when we are the type of talk and say I have a children cause most problem where even what the way that my brother is there for online now will cap, he don't talk and are there for you back strong. Even if we get snipers them for one man country, when I snipe it off, we don't overtire. He don't do many things that when we say we should also will not be happy.
Okay. All right. Thank you. Thank you for your contribution, and thank you for call. And I'll get in touch with you. I'd like to know how the state of the revolution day for Manu, if you don't mind. All right. Next. Hello, caller. What's your name and where are you calling from?
Hello.
The name. Don't call the name.
I'm calling from Ohio.
Okay. What's your contribution?
Yes, my contribution. I just have a few questions to ask this man who is participating in the in your forum there.
Okay.
Who's talking about Mizam. I want a few questions to him. I want to find out from him. I want to find out how many guns did we ever receive? Because at least when we receive things, we see those things. We see the manifest. We see the action on the ground. We see how those things are being done with the money. I want to find out where is all the money that people have been contributing to SACCO. I have been a staunch supporter of SACCO and the government. And when you watch all the things that Chris Anu is coming up and talking on social media, how are you really blind to see that he is not leading us to anywhere? I have never been a supporter of Ayabacho, but of recent I have come to my senses, and I believe that a lot of people are going to come to their senses and will realize, whether they like it or not, that Chris Anu, either he has mortgaged this revolution to save the mom or whatsoever. I don't know what to say, but I know that he is no longer working for the good of our revolution.
Please, can you get our brother to ask his question, not blame games? Can you get him to ask his questions? What are your questions?
Yeah, what's your question?
My question is, how many guns have we received from all the contributions that we contributed for my trip to Koya? Let us not ignore, it's $1 billion francs CFA. It's not like 100,000. I want to ask, how many guns have we received from that? Because we are from various countries.
Billion CFA, where did you get that figure from? Because as far as I understand,
exactly what they say, they evaluated, they say it was close to 500. I mean,
okay, let him
just answer this one question.
Okay. Thanks for the question. You should know that as anyway, like when you talk about MTTB, you get the Department of Defense, where they put money for that Department of Defense, so that the Department of Defense will be responsible with purchasing. Nobody SACCO like an individual. If you go purchase guns for Department of Defense, the person will be in charge of the Department of Defense
and miscommunication.
Responsible for answering by how many guns. But for me, over here, I don't know how many guns we buy them. But as an individual, for your information, as an individual, I don't buy one gun. As an individual.
Okay.
Let me just let me just add to what you don't just talk. You know, as far as I'm concerned, the audit was done for my trip to Boya. So if anybody where is still get problem with my trip to Boya and you don't know who to ask your money from, please do not call this line. You need, unless you want the audit report, then I will send it to you. We don't have time for that. Sorry, there are many calls. Oh, do you want to participate?
Lady K.
Your name and where you're calling
Lady K.
from. Yeah, just before you respond.
Good evening.
Yeah, good evening.
Madam for studio, thank you for your good work on the Duama Salona. Duana Krasiman the talk. The two didn't say I want respond for that call away, just call Nana so we talk. You see, now the kind of people this will get a fan Bazunia, this kind of people the way they feel say just like that, come somebody talk, say call and say 100 people the way they just a bit for call for talk. If there's one call, if we talk that kind of make that kind of strong allegations, then you know get proof. And now this kind of people they move around, they deceive for Ambazonians then. So when you go expect say, first I want to ask that person say how much money he don't contribute for this revolution. People they do how they always call for talk negative against people them and we talk about money, they never contribute no nothing. So he believes that even if we people that contribute money for revolution, they buy gun, and that's who can be announced for years, so we don't buy this amount of gun for do this kind of thing. So the people do our own revolution, don't get secret, some kind of thing and almost talk and only for social media. See much are there for Libya and then they do all this big work, they fight like a public. So you don't get your own factory, they make your own thing them. They just know how that thing is stand up. What the county by county soldier the way they support and way they fight. They just say the money they come on both sides. The diplomatic work them where this government is doing. The first now I don't understand when people they talk, so I don't understand. They want to now social media where they can talk some kind of talk.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, thank you for your contribution. Thanks. Yeah, like I been talk. Anybody will come up with that kind question at this point in time, it's just distraction.
Lady Kate, I guess something for talk and respect to that second to the last caller. When somebody can't talk. When somebody can't talk to with that second to the last caller, it talk. The conclusion where the judge drew and I said that person does not participate in this revolution.
Absolutely.
Now people when they just sit somewhere, when they just hear some man talk, they can't talk. I come out from Mogamo LGA. Mogamo LGA alone, they spend about $120,000. I'm talking as a Secretary General for Mogamo LGA. They spent about $120,000 for 2019 alone. And if you come inside our LGA, we not get up to 10 AK. And then your question is, where does this money go to? If you talk, say you get 500 soldiers, estimate and feeding alone. That's why when somebody can't make that kind of stupid, I call it stupid because I think they need to participate.
Larry, take this next caller. Take this next caller. We run the talk for an hour and a half. Someone give them their chance. So while you yes, just talk the county where you call from and your contribution. Thank you.
I call from West Bamenda.
Okay, what is your contribution?
For me, I don't really get much for talk, but I want to just ask something. Some caller can't talk say this, so say I have the cause confusion, cause that. Now we did for ground zero, yeah. We did for ground zero, yeah, so we know plenty things already happen. If we want look to, because normally me I did so I did follow me, any man we would take me for boya, while na my enemy self, while na who. So now, if we want to look for the work, then where they talk, for me, for play what they, now I have actually, they do a lot of things. For me, my own point of view, and for those point of view, like for which you are the same. It's not easy for be a person where you be big man, they knock you, where you get power for knock the picking back, we don't knock you. You stay you quiet now because you get a focus. Me, I'm not there out for somebody. I'm not there out for any person, but I believe the only way for unity for this thing, I prefer say when unity give for them, may day when because money brother and the one way if you get the same vision with you. Your brother no be that one way na come one mommy. So I believe say if some person there have a federation, some man there have independent, then I'm not sure say the federation man and independent man will work. Independent man go find man where he did out of independent, and federation man find man where they for the federation. All these things they like we have to win us because of these things. People they want to be autonomy, we the suffer. Sorry, sir, I just bring a different kind of topic, but I just say we with the face now for here. Every day we would see blood, every day we would see people suffer, chop no day. You understand? And it pain me a lot when I see too confusion from that side. But me, I know prefer me unity way it will keep people. Because still it happen for we day. All those things that I will talk say those things they will happen for 3 days. So that because of just now only we the chill ourselves, we you don't go. I don't want to know who cause them. I don't know.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you. Ma, take other callers. Thanks. Hello. Where are you calling from? And what's your contribution? 1 minute, please. Hello. Okay. Yeah, you guys will do talk. Go on.
The last caller we just called. They talk about it believe Yabacho. They talk about unity. How we talk about unity? If me and you get the same purpose we will fight for, then you are gone. It's not the point that at the enemy will fight them, you are gone.
If you point that he explained himself, so he said question answer.
We get the same purpose. If we fight an enemy, but you fight na me instead, when you claim say you fight a common enemy, na lie. You are an enabler. That is exactly what that last caller is. He is an enabler.
Now I want to talk say he asked the word. Why I no bother for respond to him because I know say he asked a question. He say answer. He give very good explanation for a question. So I'll take another caller. My goodness. Okay, this one. Daily Aron first answer call from this person. So I'll take another one. Sorry. Yeah, hello. Oh. Yes, what's the call from and your name, please, or your suggestion and contribution? Hello.
Hello.
Yes, talk place where you call from. Please listen to me on the phone. Don't watch your TV or your device you watch from. Because it is slightly there's a slight delay. Okay. Just so what will be your contribution?
My contribution is the way you have oversight things around the door. Sincerely, people don't just be confused with it. The people that we will deal with, we don't just be confused. Because people here say, you are not fight this one, you are not fight this one, but you don't fight this one. So they make a nice people they be discouraged. The people that will be nice. People they do they really for this thing. If you see the way people they get pains, but you will have for we. No, say you want to discourage people them. But when I don't go be people, when I don't go be for that side, and when I get politician, we will do for this side. How will we go do? Who can I when I don't satisfy? When I wait to see the things, at least the make now just be confused.
Okay. Okay, Joe, watch your TV, listen, and will respond to you.
Because people they all over put their trust and their hope on that. But they would not say no, we already come away. So if we already come away, then when I fight, so how we go to see?
All right.
At least we wanna try. We they cry for years. We they cry. I beg. We wanna try. We don't wanna do na be one person. So that we to whom we say we take the rope one more. Then they can fight. We could be happy. We know you say don't born mommy that has. Don't born mommy that boy has. Don't born you there for us. We want to talk for years. No, you want to fight and you want at least they make us so we had to be over boy. We know the thing we find. Until now again we talk.
All right. Thank you. Now we'll respond to that one. I don't know. I'll take the next call and then we'll respond to that caller. So where are you calling from? And your contribution, 1 minute, please.
From Ground Zero.
Okay, which zone and which county?
Mezan County.
Okay, Mezan County on the line today. All right, your contribution quickly, please.
Mhm. The question I want to ask is about this letter that we are hearing that the President Sako wrote to the
Karim
government
Bass.
No, stop him right there. Stop him right there. It's a forgery. It's a forgery. So no
Okay.
comment about that. It's a forgery.
requesting for a ministerial post.
That is
We
not
say it's a
true. That is
forgery.
a fake document. He did not write any letter requesting for any ministerial post. That was done by AGC and ADF gang. They are the captain in forging documents and photoshopping letters written by the interim government. So there is nothing like that. If you want to get any letter written by Dr. Sako, it will be published on ABC platform, on President Sako's page, Facebook page, and it will be on all the interim government platforms. It will not be, you will not be seen on some activists or all those Android activists, like I call them scrap activists. No, so if any information on any letter that you want to know if it's authentic, you will see it on the ABC Facebook page, website, or the interim government website. Thank you. Hello? Why you? Yeah, good evening. Your name and where you are calling from? And
I'm calling from Ground Zero, from Mezam country.
Okay. So,
Ms. Winnie.
Okay, my own vision. I just want to ask. I don't even know either diaspora is listening to Abdul Karim because the advice where Abdul Karim the over advice about collaboration. If I say no, na collaborate, I will restore unity. Unity not be important than collaboration. And what the way that man the do, I did job back when I just try way for the listen where the way they talk because na person where there for grant and it is see where the way people them they pass through. And that man a person where when I get for respect them plenty because na person where don't already suffer go prison come out in run like how some other people them don't run go take their own now for the make donation take money in the remain for them. Abdul Karim there for granted. And it did now you said the instant beg when that other time I hear where I about the 1 year. Then it the wonder me say, hi, about you feed the one person like this one. Where don't go reach for corner die, come out, come back, and it's still there again for that revolution. And over surrender, in over run, it's still there, they try way for educate people them.
all right, thank you for your thank you. Thank you for your contribution.
Together we will win. If we don't be together, we will never win. Now we the suffer at the job back.
Thank you. Wow, the calls are flooding in. What's your name? Where are you calling from? And your contribution? You get 1 minute, I beg. Please listen to me on your phone and respond. Yeah, listen to me on your phone and respond. Don't listen to me on the TV. Your phone will have some slight delay. I can get you.
Yeah. Yes. My volume is off, madam.
Okay, yeah, go on. Where are you calling from and your contribution?
One time for the whole way when I do on the outside. From Ground Zero.
Okay. Which county and which zone? Okay, I think network problem there for the. I'll take the next caller. Hopefully, if you reconnect. Which county are you calling from and which zone? And then quickly to your contribution. Thank you.
I'm calling from Ground Zero. Besides from Yaoundé.
All right. Wait to be your contribution.
Hello.
Yes, go on. Listen to me on the phone. The TV might be there might be a slight delay on the TV. So listen to me on the phone.
My contribution is too much, a lot of I can say there's a lot of hello.
Yes, continue.
Yes, I'm saying that to me there's a lot of, I don't know why it's you people lack that collaboration or what. This one, I don't know why people are fighting for the same struggle.
Okay.
If you are
can you turn your TV volume down?
If you people are fighting for the same struggle, there should be some collaboration. There should be collaboration.
There's already collaboration.
Okay, madam. And secondly, I pray that if hello.
Yeah.
Let him put up he should lower the volume of the TV.
I know. I've told him to put it there. He's not listening. And before I take any further calls, there have been so many calls, and a lot of people. Ground Zero is very confused. We plenty things that you go on for the diaspora. So we hope for the come on very often for educate people. This whole idea of unity and collaboration have been taken out of context, out of relevance in this revolution.
Yeah,
I mean, we still get many calls.
Lady Kerr, can I say something here before we go to the next caller?
Yes, say something. Go on. One minute. Uncle B, you want to talk something?
No, Larry.
Yes.
Okay, come in line. All right, go on.
Okay. Some of our callers on the ground are making us to believe that what we will preach for here would waste our time. We don't talk say if you dey inside family, una 10, which man dey inside. The only way where that wish man go fit work with you, na say don't move your wish tram before you and him go work. What we don't talk for our people on the diaspora. I say there are 2-3 classes of people in the diaspora. Some one day, now the one the way they sponsor them with a purpose. So whether you collaborate with ye, if the one achieve now the mission where they send ye. Take for instance, those who are working in the government in among us that are working for the Republic. They no go wear that CPTM uniform. They go wear the same uniform we wear them. They go carry our flags. They go sing our anthem. But they are not with us. They are for La Republic. Why people for Ground Zero feel say soldiers on the Ground Zero like Nambere, Success, Congo, they be bought over, and then there are people in the diaspora who are not bought over. There are people in the diaspora who are bought over. That is the song that we are singing to our people on Ground Zero, and their mission is to destroy the revolution. There is no way whether Dr. Sakobo kneel for their front bed, they no go collaborate. They will continue with their confusion. Dear Amazonians on the ground, can you guys understand with us? Thank you so much.
Ma, just take another call, Conrad Larry. I will take. Yeah. Where are you calling from? Your name and then your contribution. Quick. 1 minute.
The call from Luxembourg.
Okay. Go on.
Yeah. At least whenever I wanna come online, I wanna try for give even 30 minutes for raise fund. Even a $100 or what?
Where, Mama?
To save a soul.
Thank you.
So if each time I come online, when I just talk go, at least when I try for create a forum way, a minute for fundraising.
Okay.
Now just my contribution.
Thank you so much. The first lady on the night with the excellent contribution. I know if you agree with this Mama way Joe call from Luxembourg. So I know if you express how much I think say that is so important and how necessary that be. So we must always take note. We have so many calls. I'll just take 2 more calls and then we will round up for today. Your name, where you call from, and your contribution. 1 minute.
Hello?
Yes, go on with your where you call from and your contribution.
I was going to say that that this issue of amateur and his people, you know, it is because of greed.
Okay.
You know, greediness in this situation. We don't need this type of rubbish at this point of time because we have not yet achieved our goals. Political posts will come at the end of the successful mission in Boya. So you cannot be seen to be fighting each other at this moment because some people feel that they can take advantage of the situation of the illiteracy of people and push their political right now. It can't happen because when you push too much for power, you generally lose power. The advice is that those who are going for so-called ADF, why is it that all other groups are sat quiet apart from the government, ADF? There are other groups, many other groups. SCNC has fallen in line. We SCNC and all those other groups are falling in line. Why is not these people to fall in line with other people? Nobody says that IG will be the only group that will exist in political period time. A time will come when they will have political competition. It is not the time. So I would advise every Anglophone or Amazonian South Cameroon to sit together and forget about their own preferences and do what is right. Fight for the people. Achieve what you want.
Thank you for your great contribution. I truly appreciate. I'll take this last caller for the day, then we'll round off. Where are you calling from? Wow, the calls are trickling in. I don't think.
Good evening. I'm calling from Fako.
Okay, what's be your contribution? First call from Fako.
One for first, I really appreciate the good role we did to him, and one for encourage for continue or before. I don't listen to all the calls. There's that particular caller which I actually do this and do that. I want for challenge you for tell we which war or which attack we don't do them in the last 6 months. I didn't talk for any side where they don't attack that Republic make Southern Cameroonians and here. Or which were here and how did they attack our forces, kill our own people, destroy our own places. They will not continue for condone with people that want to kill this revolution. No try for call a spade a spade. And like I think Chris talked the other day, any place where ADF forces them there, if they no one join the other forces them for fight, make the forces them try and remove them from those places. We know we'll continue for people will try for kill this revolution and kill our people, and we'll continue to condone with them in the name, I don't know whether it's human right or whatever. Chacha don't go, Chacha no come back. Other major fighters, they don't go, they no go come back. And maybe we'll live and so they get a program for clear of all the real fighters so that they will be able to hand our land freely to the Republic. And even that thing we want for Shidon or Siam, then we don't be doomed for cry at the end of the day. Then we take difficult decisions and do difficult actions because the time is now to put an end to ADF. Thank you very much, and God bless you plenty.
Thank you. That's straight to the point contribution. Where the call are coming so many, so I will just take make that one last caller for the day. But we have so many people that will not be able to take their call. So caller, just say where you are calling from and your contribution for 1 minute, please.
Okay, the fellow of the studio. Me had a call from Moya. My own contribution is this. I did for ground zero, I don't see a lot of things that happen. How fighters of this group, they kill this one because this one trespass for this other one yard. So, for my own understanding, I see and say, the boys, the way they sacrifice their lives there, they get families there. and it be aching when I hear one die or I see somebody die from my front. I just feel when I see this, so all that vision with the experience of a down here, it will come on right from diaspora. So from diaspora now, ask all the other groups that were from diaspora, the leaders them, with the other groups them. What did it be difficult for them to come together? I really need to know, because when they hear some boys that they die because of this group, the toxic group, the one with La Republic, the one city group, the one La Republic, one problem after the other. Problem. Why they not create some forum where all the leaders, them, all the groups, can come together as equal people? Then they should run down now. They make a team. They start work together. They get one command. When one decide anything on defense, they collaborate between everybody. Then discuss about everybody and they decide.
Okay.
So now, I'm at because I feel so bad. I feel so bad when I hear one boy fall for that way.
I mean, we all the feel, and because we know say we need each other. We need each other for continue for this fight, because La Republic don't bent on destroying us, and we also understand say we know gather with each other if it will cost us more. So thank you so much for your contribution, for calling in program today, and we hope so you will keep in touch. Take care and have a good evening. Whoa,
All right.
thank you. Oh, I don't get, see, I'll take it for one more caller. You don't persist. You don't insist for talk. Okay, you don't go. Try. Well, we'll not take any further calls for today. And we hope next week we'll still open the line for longer periods so that everybody will come making their contribution. I'll start with you, Comrade Sama. Before we round up today, we don't hear all the callers and everything will not talk. So just give your final word for the day as we round up. And before you go on, Comrade Sama, sorry, I'll apologize to all the callers. They won't know if you take their call today. So we hope next week we'll be able to answer your call, or we can you can text and communicate during the week. If you have any, or that number is still there, you can make your suggestions or your contribution through a text message, a WhatsApp text message. So Comrade Sama, your final word as we round up. Thank you.
Let me just make this statement for my brother for Ground Zero. Where they blame, we say we know for collaborate. We don't do everything possible from time immemorial, as far back 2017, where we score Ayabata, Akwanga, and all the other leaders that made a come for Belgium, make we and them forge a way forward as a united team. Now we pay their transport, they come. We pay their transport. But when these guys will come, their ego, it will pass them, it will override their reasoning, so they don't see any reason for collaboration. That's why if we go in the fight, go on direction, the fight, go on direction. Despite that one, we see the struggle for something all man come together. Me and them with the fight, but they chose for the fight. It's a key that we. So how you can collaborate with that kind of man where you don't call several times, say, here, come we talk for fight this fight together. It's now you say no, that we will fight together. It will first of all kill you before whatever thing where we don't want to understand them. So you don't kill all sort of components them. It will now do now how. But you know the fight of the enemy. And how if you expect me, say me, and collaborate with somebody who in the fight that the enemy, it is a fight na me. It be practically impossible. So now we have a Ground Zero. We now get to take a stand. Say because all this killing of Ground Zero, now I have a with a bunch of gangs in the name of AGF, make all LGA areas then choose for off-road AGF. Guys, what they do for their place, what they didn't find out Republic. They did for they kidnap people, they rape women, they thief. Their main mission that they didn't find out Republic. So make all villages them, then make them possible. Say they send out anybody or any sign, send an ADF sign. If you just only make a few say AD, make a close the mouth, me no complete. the next letter. So now when I for ground zero, when I get that responsibility, we don't try on for Europe here. If it doesn't work, go to Europe. But now when I for ground zero, if you do that job. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Comrade Sama. Uncle B, your final, your closing remarks for today.
Yeah, thank you. I want to get a few remarks to. Now you see, now we totally do a program, educative program. That we brought out the call from Ground Zero. I believe it's something they will explain. Because sometimes they ask and we don't know. I get a few things that they away. Let it come. Some don't talk about unity. When they call we anytime they talk, say will not be unity. I don't know what to they mean. Why be say why they not ask say why some other person? Why they be say because for every group or for every country, every family, somebody, anybody who initiate talk. Why did it say only the interim government? Because interim government don't talk all along. Say they can, they not they can. There was a unity conference we taken for DC. The government be can. It not be stay fail. The ACS will be taken. Interim government was there. It failed. We don't go for interim government. Don't call there for Swiss. That's same people that day here that deny for camp. Chris Anna don't tell you yesterday. He don't talk with a yeba. Talk say me come with the talk. And you are say they come. You know ever can it gonna wait till I want to make the interim government do. Okay, it's a good thing when you find somebody when they fight every day come and it says spoil the government. When you find someone that get government, it work together. I mean worker. That one is number one. Number two. Now we see somebody be call and say if he talks about my treat to boy. That my faith for no say I don't know whether he ask question for himself. See that we don't make audit for my treat to boy. And they same way they take that to boy, they use it for themselves, they deny for camp. Number two, if ask you say before my treat boy one camp, also all other money will be it be 1.2 billion Cameroon money they don't collect for former president. Then ask also that money day. Okay, so another one I can't talk for you to say about Ayeba. Me ask yourself, say, if you tell me some Sawe Ayeba the fight for the if the call Ayeba name honestly, but they tell me any Sawe Ayeba don't face La Republic, say okay, they fight. If they tell we it will find we plenty, but if they not tell we the way they did for Grand Zulu, Ayeba don't go fight La Republic for you, if you don't fight for you, don't fight for you, if you don't do this, or now only for can't talk, you can't tell say Ayeba. Also fight. Tell we one play we don't fight for this. See the revolution start instead of a 5 week. Number 4. The problem with the women that say when they have information where in the camp for where you can, or for them the way they get to go, or they know the free examine, and they want to see also. Get the answer. No time make the answer the question where it don't have to answer the question. And my last question, my last contribution when I say for this thing with the worker, now 3-4 questions I will ask for the authority to be. But I'm my barrier say without that material they be talk say the one go get that for boy. Without that material be last end. They be tell say the one they don't spend almost 25 million for go get material. Without that material then they. Number 2, I want to ask Ambazoni, I made an ask a former president say we thought if we Chris and Sako with something. You get where the fight for you, remember the day Eric Tato, my barretta the day for you. Why the no fit tell we? Or for that meeting, not only you, Chris, and Sadidi, other people no be there. Why not only Sako be get to talk? If Sako deny for talk, why you say no fit talk? Or other people no fit talk? If the answer with that question, and in all, I didn't praise me with a boy that no way to happen. So when a CD kind thing, now the same fight would there for suffer for this side as they talk about for ground zero. Now the same fight I the wait for way for ground outside for diaspora. We are not different. And we don't see we don't study the field. They will do everything to my but for one. And we don't want to say, hey, when I did make and people that can penetrate one. That will there for trouble. Now when I get to stop now when I we did die, no they did die. When they kill you, they need to kill them. So go do this. I say, this man and my life they put in danger. And with that said, 9 of February now died. Now, the idea, everybody stay home. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Comrade Larry, as we round up, wait till you again hotel Ambazonians.
Yes. Our dear televiewers, we thank everybody who watch we today. We are all trying to educate, to sensitize people. The major complaint it don't come particularly from the callers on ground zero. I say we know they collaborate. They need collaboration. And I go pay much emphasis on this issue where they talk about collaboration. If you don't pound a chew, you don't done. You go look cocoa we never done. Can't mix and inside that chew, you go spoil that completely. The fact that we need collaboration, it no means say we just get to take anything, bring them inside. We will go take people where La Republic don't fix and kill them, keep them, can mix them inside we, and they will take all our secrets, go keep up for La Republic. We did talk because there is something that they call cross-examination. You the cross-examine person, ask question to yourself about that person, and then you draw the decision whether to collaborate or not to collaborate. We don't try for cross-examine Ayabacho, the AGC, and the ADF. We don't ask ourselves, where does Ayabacho get this money that he buys this material? We know the CE when they do fundraising. We know the CE contributors them, but we only see the materials. And then some of us who are participating in taking care of these soldiers on the ground, we know the cost of running 500 soldiers. We know the cost of running 1,000 soldiers. And if Ayabache claims say it they everywhere, it they for Bui, it they for Okitunja, it they for Fako, it they for Meme, therefore he is giving us the impression that he has about 2,000 soldiers. Then me, I'd ask myself, if he has 2,000 soldiers and I am talking of 500 in Mogamo, and we get $120,000 for 1 year, we'll not be able to buy 5 AK because of the cost. Go with the runner for ground, and then he get 2,000. Therefore, we should expect him with at least $600,000 a year. But he does not have that money. Where does he have that material? And then we share for the incident for Bui. Say every material where they be laid down for ground, where they be taken for that boy for Bui. Now La Republic military equipment. The uniform where they be carry, the bags they would be carry that material inside, the bed they would be keep for ground, and bed the way Cameroon army be, Cameroon government be give military people when they be celebrate their 50th anniversary. Those beds they would be there for ground day. So you look around that place, those grenades they would be get them. All belong to La Republic. And how do we not draw the conclusion that these people are taking material directly from La Republic? And then number two, another question. The biggest camp where that big number be there for day, it be there for Krugwe. Between Krugwe and Ambo, it's just like about 30, about 20 kilometers apart. For more than 1 year, there's a military camp in Ambo. There has never been a fight between ADF and the military camp. And then they can't convince me for telling me say Ayabache is fighting for our revolution. Anytime when you hear that I say they come for Guzang market for Coast Harbor, these are the statistics that we take. These are the cross-examination that we cross-examine them. And then I want to tell our fellow Ambazonians, sometimes when these people call us and say we should go into collaboration, is to me, I want to see like they want to make us look like fools. Take for instance the case of Eric Tato. Eric Tato will come on one day to say we go march with bars for DC. So when I want to make movie toys for them, say when they get up in the morning, say we go march for bars, we'll go. The next day, can say come to the camp for Maryland on 9th February, we'll go. The next day, come back, say no, he don't decide so we did. The next day, we are not going to be toys to some of these Android activists. We're not going to for toy for Mark Barretta way today. Say If they be deceived ambassador and say there was an interim government. The next day you see for South Africa with somebody who calls him Kunenge government. These are people who are not consistent, and we can only deal with people who are consistent. The next day, Tapang Ibody a soldier for ground, say make it drop his arm. The next day, if they tell when I say get soldier away, they fight for the independence of Southern Cameroon. Does these two go together, dear Ambazonians on the ground? How do you expect us to collaborate with somebody who is telling a soldier to lay their arms down? Can somebody answer us this question? How can you ask us to collaborate with somebody who is telling us to go march with bars? How can
Thank you so much, Comrade Larry.
Telling us to participate in La Republic dialogue? These are the questions that we ask ourselves.
Thank you. You and Comrade Sama don't really, you don't talk everything we really want to talk about that unity and collaboration cause the war don't get on today. And I really thank you now so much for your patience and your insight and explanation that each of you have your unique way of communicating the truth and reality in this revolution. And I want also thank our callers them where they be able to make their contribution, and the one they want to know if he be able to take their call. I apologize that next time we hope we will create time. Maybe we'll come up mainly just to take your calls, so we'll not talk much. But I just say we will miss last week due to some technical issues. So we hope to continue consistently this from now on, because this revolution is marching on. It is moving forward. We are going through from one phase to another. We did not start here. We're not even from here we'll start. We'll start with peace plan, with then guns, and now we are making our own materials. I don't know if any of you even ever get time. People don't only fight for this recognition. Now we get a Swiss deal, which is an indirect recognition of our statehood from the international community. They can call us non-state entity. That's because internationally we are not recognized. Then small we will get there. And all of you will feel discouraged, will feel tired. Now the time for putting more energy. Now the time for sit back. If you're exhausted, sit back and evaluate. So how far have we come? And all of them they complain about unity, and as far as I said, that ambassador coalition team is ready for negotiation. So that means we don't get the diplomatic and political aspect of the revolution sorted, and we have the interim government creating structures and smaller institutions to serve the people, like your LGA, like the LGAs, the counties, and you have the LGA, all the county representative in the treasury, you have all the counties, all the LGA representative in the restoration councils. So we are building and we are moving on. We are moving on. We will not sit there for anybody who have pride, their ego, and their ambition above the interest of Ambazonia. We will not sit there babying them. Like someone said, from one caller said that the time is now. Now is the time for action. So we get to stay focused, we get to remain motivated, we get to remain in high spirit, and that one only lady who call and talk about contribution. I mean, we cannot overemphasize that. We have to continue in the diaspora to contribute to your LGAs, to your county, pay your CID due, register on our ABC Amber Club, and be part of change and be part of this freedom quest like never before. Thank you all once again for joining us and for participating. And I thank my panel, and I'll thank my technical team on the background who has ensured the smooth running of this show. Thank you all. Remain blessed and remain resolute. Goodbye.
Thank you, Lady K.